Today we're starting a brand new series, and this one goes beyond cooking. On this channel, we're not just sharing recipes anymore. We're diving into food stories, culture, traditions, and the history behind dishes from around the world. Because every dish has a story, sometimes shaped by survival, sometimes by celebration, and sometimes by pure creativity. And today, we begin with Germany. German cuisine is often simplified to sausages and beer, but in reality, it's deeply regional, seasonal, and full of history. So today, we'll explore the 10 most popular German dishes, counting down from 10 to 1. Welcome to my kitchen, and welcome back to Cooking Show at Home. Number 10, Eintopf. We begin with something simple, but historically very important. Eintopf, meaning one pot, was born out of necessity during long, cold winters. Families would cook everything together: potatoes, cabbage, beans, lentils, carrots, and sometimes sausage or leftover meat, slowly simmered so all the flavors blend together. But this dish also has a deeper story. In the 1930s, it was officially promoted as a national dish in Germany, encouraging families to eat simple, affordable meals together. It even became known as Eintopf Sunday. Because it was never standardized, every region and every household created its own version. Ask 10 people and you'll get 10 different recipes, each claimed to be the correct one. If you're trying to picture it, think somewhere between a hearty beef stew and a lighter chili, but usually less spicy and more focused on vegetables. Today, it's less about necessity and more about comfort. Number 9, Black Forest cake. This famous dessert comes from the Black Forest region and is more precise than it appears. It's built in layers: chocolate sponge cake soaked with cherry liqueur, then whipped cream and cherries, repeated several times. That cherry brandy, Kirschwasser, is essential. In fact, without it, in many places, it cannot officially be called authentic. The cake's colors, dark chocolate, white cream, red cherries, are said to reflect traditional clothing from the region. It became popular in the early 20th century and quickly spread worldwide. If you compare it to something familiar, it's closest to a chocolate layer cake, but lighter, fruitier, and with a subtle kick from the cherries and alcohol. Number 8, Schweinshaxe. This is one of the most impressive dishes in German cuisine. Schweinshaxe, or pork knuckle, is all about contrast. Crispy skin on the outside and tender, juicy meat inside. What many people don't know is that there are two main preparation styles. In northern Germany, it's often boiled first, sometimes even in beer, then finished, resulting in very juicy meat and softer skin. In southern Germany, especially Bavaria, it's roasted slowly for hours until the skin becomes extremely crispy, what's known as crackling. This roasted version is the one most people recognize today, especially during Oktoberfest. Originally, this was a working-class dish made from a tougher cut of meat. Over time, it became a centerpiece meal, often served in large portions. And it almost always comes with classic sides: sauerkraut and plenty of potatoes, including roasted potatoes or traditional dumplings. If you imagine a combination of roasted pork and barbecue-style meat, but instead of sauce, the focus is on that incredibly crispy skin, you'll understand why this dish stands out so much. Number 7, Spätzle. Spätzle comes from southern Germany and is often described as the country's version of pasta. The dough, made from flour, eggs, and water, is pushed or scraped directly into boiling water. As soon as the small pieces float, they're ready. One of the most popular versions is Käsespätzle, where the noodles are layered with melted cheese and topped with crispy onions. There are also variations, including green Spätzle, made by adding spinach or other greens to the dough, giving it both color and a slightly different flavor. The name Spätzle means little sparrows, referring to their small, uneven shape. Traditionally, they were made entirely by hand, so every batch looked slightly different. If you want a comparison, think of a mix between mac and cheese and soft dumplings. Rich, comforting, and perfect for colder seasons. Number 6, Kartoffelsalat. This dish might seem simple, but it can start serious debates. In southern Germany, it's made with sliced potatoes, vinegar, mustard, and sometimes warm broth, served warm and light. In northern Germany, it's creamy, made with mayonnaise, often including pickles or eggs. People strongly prefer one over the other, and the discussion never really ends. What makes it unique is its versatility. It's served at summer barbecues, but also during winter holidays, even Christmas dinners. Compared to something in the US, it's closest to American potato salad, but often lighter and tangier, especially the southern version. Number 5, Sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is one of the oldest preserved foods in Europe. It's made by fermenting finely shredded cabbage with salt, allowing it to develop its sour flavor and last for months. Although strongly associated with Germany, its origins go back thousands of years to Asia. It became essential for surviving winter and was even used by sailors to prevent scurvy. It pairs perfectly with many dishes and is commonly served with hot dogs, bratwurst, and kielbasa, and even used in sandwiches like the Reuben. If you compare it to something familiar, it's similar to pickles or coleslaw, but with a deeper, more complex fermented flavor. Number 4. Pretzel. The German pretzel has a history of over 1,000 years. According to legend, it was created by monks, with its shape representing arms folded in prayer. The dough is shaped, then dipped in an alkaline solution before baking. Giving it its signature dark crust and unique flavor. Without that step, it would simply be regular bread. Pretzels are especially popular in Bavaria and are commonly served in beer gardens. Compared to the US version, it's similar to a soft pretzel, but less buttery, more chewy, and with a deeper flavor. Number 3. Schnitzel. Schnitzel may have originated in Austria, but it became a staple across Germany. The traditional Austrian Wiener Schnitzel is made with veal and served simply. In Germany, the most popular version is Schweineschnitzel, made with pork and often served with sauces like mushroom or cream. The name Schnitzel means thin slice in German, referring to the pounded meat. The preparation is simple but precise. The meat is flattened, coated in flour, egg, and breadcrumbs, then fried quickly. A properly made schnitzel will puff slightly as it cooks, creating a light, crispy crust. It's served hot, often with lemon wedges, and accompanied by sides like fries, potato salad, or a creamy mushroom sauce known as Jägersoße. If you're trying to picture it, it's closest to a breaded pork chop or chicken cutlet, but thinner and crispier. Number 2. Sauerbraten. Sauerbraten is one of Germany's oldest dishes, possibly dating back to Roman times. The meat is marinated for several days in vinegar, spices, and sometimes wine, which tenderizes it and gives it its signature sweet and sour flavor. After marinating, it's slow cooked and served with a rich sauce made from the marinade. Different regions have their own variations, and historically, even horse meat was used in some recipes. It's typically served during colder months and is considered a classic family meal. And finally, number 1. Bratwurst. Bratwurst is not just popular, it is truly the most recognizable German food in the world. Its history goes back to at least the 14th century, and over time it evolved into dozens of regional varieties, each with its own spice blend and preparation method. You'll commonly see both darker grilled sausages with a rich, smoky flavor and lighter colored sausages, which are milder and sometimes gently cooked before being finished on the grill. Preparation varies as well. Some are grilled over open flame, others are pan-fried, and some are simmered before cooking. One of the most famous variations is currywurst, a sliced sausage topped with ketchup and curry powder. It was invented after World War II, when curry powder became available through international trade, and it quickly became the most popular street food in Germany, especially in Berlin. Bratwurst is served everywhere, from summer grills to Christmas markets, and in some regions, there are strict rules about how it must be made. If you compare it to something familiar, it's closest to a grilled sausage or hot dog, but with much richer flavor and deep regional identity. In fact, locals can often tell exactly where you are in Germany just by the type of sausage being served. And there you have it, 10 of the most popular German dishes, each with its own story, history, and tradition. And this is just the beginning of this series. Now I want to hear from you. Which dish from today's video would you like me to turn into a full cooking episode? Write it in the comments and I might make it next. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel and keeps this series going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.